Hey guys, before we start this video, I'd like to make a little disclaimer. I do record these videos from a capture device that is directly linked to the NVR. In the process of this, the video resolution does get downgraded from 4K or 2K to 1080p. And so the images you see here are not 100% representative of the actual image quality of our cameras. Thanks guys for understanding, and I hope you enjoy this video. Hey guys, welcome back to Montavue. Today I'm going to be showing you all of the PTZ functions and the controls as they are found on the NVR interface. So to start this, of course, we're going to want to be on the NVR directly with a monitor attached via HDMI. And for this demonstration, I'm using an MTZ4250 and I've got it in full screen. And to full screen any camera, just go to the live view and double left click. Okay, so once we get that camera opened up into full screen, the first thing we're going to do is right click and we're going to choose PTZ. This is going to open up the PTZ menu, and on the left side you've got your control pad. This can make the camera go up, down, left, right, diagonal. And then of course you got your zoom, focus, and your iris. Now focus and iris are done automatically by a Montavue camera, so you most likely will never have to operate these functions. However, of course, you have your zoom in and out. So depending on what PTZ camera you guys have, you're going to have varying amounts of magnification. In this case, I've got 25 times zoom, so I'm definitely going to use that ability to its maximum. So the primary focus of this video is going to be showing you guys how to set up camera PTZ presets, as well as how to integrate those into a tour or a patrol mode. So to start off, we're going to want to set a preset. Now what a preset is think of it like a checkpoint that the camera remembers to go to. Now you can combine multiple presets into what's called a tour. And a tour moves the camera from one preset to another in a certain amount of time, therefore setting your camera on a patrol mode throughout the day. So to start this off, to get to the preset menu, we're going to expand the menu. We're going to see all of these icons here, and we're going to choose the gear wheel icon in the lower right portion. Once we choose that, we're going to see our option for presets and tours, and we want to have the preset tab selected. Next, it's going to say NEW and then the number 1. So this is a good thing. We want it to be new settings, and of course we want a 1 for preset 1. So at this point, we want to position our camera into the location that you want to save as your first preset. And once you have that spot chosen, I'm going to do the delivery area of our parking lot. We want to click Setup. And it's going to give you a confirmation of preset 1 in the upper left corner if that takes it and is accepted. To set up a second preset, just move the camera to whichever direction you want, find that location for where you want that second spot to be, and then put a 2 in the box underneath NEW, and then again hit Setup. You're going to get confirmation in the upper left corner, preset 2, and then we can move on to preset 3. So for preset 3, I'm going to do something specific and actually set up a zoomed view. So to do this, we just need to temporarily back out of the preset menu, use the zoom function, and then once we got it in that location that we want to save our third preset, just open up the preset menu by selecting the gear wheel icon again, put a 3 in the little box there, and click Setup. Again, we're going to get confirmation for preset 3. So I'm going to set up a fourth preset the very same way, just to give you guys a little variation of the locations for this camera. Once I've got preset 4 set up, now I'm ready to set up a tour. So to do that, I'm going to left click on the tour tab up top, and it's going to start off saying preset 1, patrol 1. Patrol 1 basically means the tour number. You can have multiple tours on a camera in case you want to switch up, which kind of patrol it's doing that day. But for this one, we're going to keep it simple, 1 tour, 4 presets. So to add a preset to the tour is pretty simple. Where it says preset 1, you just simply put that in there and then click add preset. There is no confirmation and there's no really waiting, so this part you just have to sort of trust that it's adding into the system. And once you hit add preset, you're going to change preset to 2 and then hit add preset, and then likewise for 3 and 4. Once you get all 4 of those added in, now we're ready to start our tour. So we're going to close out of this little menu and we're going to go back to those icons that we were seeing earlier. Now, Out of these icons, we're looking for the one that looks almost like a triangle with 3 dots with arrows pointing at one another. This is your tour mode. So we just have to left click this button and your camera will automatically start going into preset 1, then to 2, then to 3, then to 4. Keep in mind that whatever order presets you add to the tour is the order that it goes to those presets. So it doesn't necessarily have to be 1 through 4. You could do 1, 3, 2, 4, any combination you can think of. So that's tour mode, and of course to bring it out of tour mode, we're going to left click on that same button to stop the tour. Alright, now that we got presets and tours down, I'm going to show you guys what the rest of the icons mean on the PTZ menu. So starting off with the upper left, it looks like a camera with a dot above it. This one is your preset button, and this will make the camera go to any preset that you enter up above. So right where it says NO period or number and 1, you can type in 4, 3, 2, 1, whichever preset you want to go to, and then left click on this little camera button to actually activate that function. Of course, then to the right of that, we've got our tour button. This will start and stop a tour. Alright, so the icons to the right of tour are going to be pattern and Autoscan. I'm going to go over those here in a minute because they're a little bit more in depth. First, I'm going to show you the icons on the bottom. So first, we're going to have auto pan in the lower left corner. As soon as you press this button, your camera will just do a continuous circle. It will basically do a 360 pan until you tell it to stop by clicking on the auto pan button again. The flip icon actually currently does not have a function. We are planning to implement that into future PTZs, but essentially what that's going to do is it's going to flip the camera 180 degrees. Not a super useful feature, but we are working on implementing that soon. The next button is going to be reset. This is any function that the camera is currently doing, whether it's in tour or Autoscan or whatever. If you press the reset button, it will stop whatever the camera is doing. So if the controls have gotten away from you, just press the reset button to stop any kind of function the PTZ may or may not be doing. And then finally, of course, you have your gear wheel icon, and this is how to get into the expanded menu. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys is how to do pattern and Autoscan. So pattern, this is actually pretty useful. How we set that up is we're going to click the gear wheel icon, and then on the expanded PTZ menu, we're going to select pattern on top. This is pretty easy. You can have multiple patterns if you guys want, but again, we're going to put in pattern 1, and we're just going to simply click the start button. Once we click the start button, it is going to remember every single move that we make. So you basically want to move your camera into a pattern that you want it to remember. Perhaps it's a patrol or something like that. Once you're done moving around your camera, you're going to want to click end, and then that will lock that pattern into a saved pattern that you can implement later. So of course, to make it start doing that pattern, we're going to go back to the icons and we're going to click start pattern. And as you see, it follows our movements exactly as we put them before. It even tells you how far along the pattern it is in the upper left corner. And if you keep it on that, it will just keep repeating that pattern until you tell it to stop. Okay, so for Autoscan, first we need to set up what's called a border. To do this, we're going to click on the gear wheel icon in the lower right corner, and we're going to choose the border tab. Now all this is we're setting up the farthest left and the farthest right that we want the camera to possibly go. So pretty simple stuff here. So the first thing I'm going to do is move the camera to the farthest right that I want it to go. Then I'm going to click right. Then I'm going to move the camera to the farthest left I want it to go, and I'm going to click left. Now that I've got my borders selected, I'm going to go back to Autoscan, and I'm going to left click to start that. And as you'll notice, it'll just keep putting the camera bouncing left to right, not going any further than what I've dictated my borders to be. Of course, the camera will keep doing this until you take it out of Autoscan mode. Alright guys, that's all the info I've got for PTZ functions and the controls. If you guys have any questions that go beyond this, or if I didn't cover something, or if you guys are running into some problems with your PTZ cameras, of course, give our tech support a call. We can help you guys out of pretty much anything. As always, thanks for stopping by Montavue Studio, you guys. I'm really appreciative that you guys are checking these videos out and are actually learning from them. I'm hoping to make more and more as the weeks go by, so stay tuned for those. And you guys have a good day. Thanks.